Namaste. Welcome to today's the Hindu newspaper analysis. So, the first important article of this day: India may miss nutrition targets. So, the Global Nutrition Report says it has highest rates of inequalities in malnutrition. So, the Global Nutrition Report is warning an alarming matter, that is India miss nutrition targets. So yes, India is among 88 countries that are likely to miss global nutrition targets by 2025 according to the Global Nutrition Report 2020. So this is the Global Nutrition Report says India is among the 88 countries likely to miss global nutrition targets by 2025. Yes, it is also identified that as one with the highest rates of domestic inequalities in malnutrition. So, yes, India is also identified as one with the highest rates of domestic inequalities in malnutrition. Yes, in 2012, World Health Assembly, uh, in 2012, World Health Assembly identified 6 nutrition targets for maternal, infant and young child nutrition to be met by 2025. Yes, it was in 2012 the targets were decided up to 2025 to meet maternal, infant and young child nutrition. So yes, these required governments. So there are about 6 targets. So there are about 6 targets. So these are supposed to be met by 2025, as said by World Health Assembly in 2012. So what are these 6 targets means? So to reduce stunting by 40% in the children under 5. To reduce stunting by 40% in children under 5. To reduce prevalence of anemia by 50% among women in age group 19 to 49, that is reproductive age group. And the third one is to ensure 30% reduction in low birth weight. And the fourth one, no increase in childhood overweight. Yes, malnutrition also links overweight. Yes, no increase in childhood overweight. And the fifth one, increase the rate of exclusive breastfeeding in the first 6 months up to at least 50%. And sixth, the reduce and maintain childhood wasting to less than 5%. So these are the 6 targets as set by World Health Assembly to be met by 2025. And yes, India is missing these targets, and India is one among the 88 countries who is about to miss these targets. And India also has highest rates of domestic inequalities in the malnutrition. Yes, according to Global Nutrition Report 2020, India missed targets for all 4 nutritional indicators for which the data is available, that is stunting among under 5 children to 40%, and also anemia among women of reproductive age, that is up to 50%, and childhood overweight, and also exclusive breastfeeding, increasing in the exclusive breastfeeding up to 50%, and also the childhood overweight. Yes, what is the underweight in children? Between 2000 and 2016, underweight rates have been decreased from 66% to 58% for boys and 54% to 50.1% in girls. So the underweight rates have been decreased. However, this is still high compared with the average of 35.6% for boys and 31.8% for girls in Asia. Yes. So yes, 1 in 2 women of reproductive age is anemic, while at the same time the rate of overweight and obesity continues to rise, affecting almost 1/5 of adults Yes, at 21.6% of women and 17.8% of men. And India is identified as one of the worst, worst countries along with Nigeria and Indonesia for steep within country disparities on stunting, where the levels varied fourfold across the communities. Yes. Overweight and obesity, where there are nearly double as many as obese adult females than the males. So 5.1% male females as compared to 2.7% males. So promoting equity to address malnutrition is a need of the hour. Yes, India should take steps to achieve all the six goals by 2025. And yes, we all have Poshan Abhiyan already set, so India should look over it. The next important topic of the day. So this is IAF traces skin of 1968 crash victim AN 12 AN 12 VL 534 from Chandigarh to Leh in Ladakh as experienced bad weather and was the plane was crashed. It lost contact over the Rohtak Pass, and yes, the body of the then personnel were identified, and uh, yes, this is all about. And the important point here is the Dhaka Glacier. Dhaka Glacier is located in the Dhaka Glacier is located in Chandra Valley. Chandra Valley. Dhaka Glacier is located in Chandra Valley of Lahore and Spiti district of Himachal Pradesh. Lahore and Spiti district of Himachal Pradesh. The Dhaka Glacier is in Himachal Pradesh. This is important point here. So coming to the next important topic, the next important article for today. So yes, PM announces rupees 20 lakh crore economic stimulus package. Yes, it will focus on self-reliance. Yes, this article is all about this. Yes, about a 20 lakh crore estimated at 10% of the GDP, um, with a clearly defined leap towards economic reforms that will, in his words, lead to Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is, self-reliant and resilient India. Yes, Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliance. Yes. So yes, yesterday in his speech at 8 p.m., he said this. And what are the important points from this speech is about 10% of the GDP package was announced. And second important point is he insisted on the local production. We need to be vocal about the local. That is the second Swadeshi movement. As we can understand, the local production should be enhanced such that it will add the domestic industry and also India as a whole. The self-reliance, in the sense, is neither exclusionary nor isolationist. In the past, we acted it has impacted the world in a positive way in resolving Y2K retail 1999 or our campaigns against the open defecation, tuberculosis, polio, etc. So, yes, self-reliant India would be based on the five pillars of the economy. Self-reliance is based on the five pillars, which include infrastructure, demography, technologically driven systems, strengthening the demand and supply chains, with the supply chains being based on local sourcing. Yes, this is mostly stressed. Supply chains being mostly, I mean, based on local sourcing. The most stressed one is this. So yes, he insisted on the development of the domestic industry, and this is all about this article. And the next important article of this day is call to set up common data portal for migrant travel. Common data portal is supposed to be, I mean, it is supposed to be started for migrant travel. Yes, the second wave of migrant workers began walking. This is because due to the lacunae leading to the confusion on registration procedures and arbitrary travel protocols and the black market in the Stramik special train tickets. The Stranded Workers Action Network, SWAN, Stranded Workers Action Network, is a voluntary group. It wrote to Home Secretary to set up a common data protocol for migrants to register their travel request. So, a common data protocol for the registry of the migrant workers for their travel in the Stramik special trains. The registration of workers on the portal must be unconditional based only on the worker's choice to return home. The onus of issuing passes should lie with the state from which the migrant is traveling. Yes, in the absence of the information of the number of trains, a black market has been developed, and yes, it is looting the migrant workers because there is a lacunae in the information. Yes, for this, there should be a program of registration in the common data portal for which honors should be issued by the state from which the migrant labor starts. Yes, the next very important topic of the day, GI tag for Shorai cover painting and Telia Rumal. So, Shorai cover painting. It is of Jharkhand once, and it is a ritualistic mural art. Remember, Sorai cover painting is a ritualistic mural art of Jharkhand, and Telia Rumal is a intricately designed handloom cloth of Telangana of Puttapaka village. Yes, Telangana and Jharkhand got geographical identification tags. Yes, geographical identification tags. What are they? So, Sorai Khovar mural art painting and Telia Rumal handloom cloth. Yes, Jharkhand's Shorai Khovar painting and Telangana Telia Rumal were given geographical indication. Yes. So something about Sorai cover painting is a traditional ritualistic mural art being practiced by local tribal women during local harvest marriage seasons using local naturally available soils of different colors in the area of Hazaribagh district of Jharkhand. Yes, Telia Rumal involves intricate handwork with cotton loom displaying variety of designs and motifs in three particular colors which are red, black and white. Yes, Chorai cover is a traditional ritualistic mural art, and it is during some special occasions using the local naturally available soils in the district of Hazaribagh. And yes, Sorai cover paint is primarily practiced in the district of Hazaribagh, but it is seen in other parts of the Jharkhand recently for the promotional purposes. Traditionally paint on the walls of mud houses, they are now seen on other surfaces too. So the style features a profusion of lines, dots, animal figures, plants, often representing the religion's iconography too. Yes, the walls of the important public places in Jharkhand, such as Birsa Munda Airport in Ranchi, Hazaribagh, and Tata Nagar railway stations, are among other surfaces that were painted with Shorai Kova paintings, mural art paintings. And this is all about this. And What about the Thalia Rumal? It can only be created using the traditional handloom process and not by any other mechanical means, which includes only the colors of red, black, and white that were intricately woven, and yes, displaying the motifs and a variety of designs. So, during the Nizam's dynasty, Puttapaka village of the Telangana engaged in handloom weaving, and officers working in the court of Nizam would wear the chitku Telia Rumal as a symbolic representation of the status. The Telia Rumals are often are they were offered at the Dargah of Ajmer Sharif in Rajasthan. And yes, they were worn as a veil by princes and also a turban cloth by the Arabs. Yes, these are the most important points here is the Shoraikova painting is of Jharkhand Hazaribagh district, and Telia Rumal is of Telangana. It is a handloom and it is related to the Puttapaka village. So one painting and one handloom got geographical identific indication. Geographical indication. So coming to the next article, app mandatory for returning NRIs and migrants. So, Health Ministry, National Center for Disease Control, state health departments, other and key stakeholders working with them. The ICMR survey is being coordinated by National Institute of Epidemiology and National Institute of Research in Tuberculosis in Chennai. So, the survey involves the collection of venous blood samples from 400 randomly selected individuals from 10 clusters in each district. Yes, so the sera of from these individuals will be tested for presence of IgG antibodies using ELISA test developed by ICMR and National Institute of Virology Pune. So the survey will provide information so about spread of SARS-CoV-2 infection in different parts of the country. So if there are antibodies present means he would be previously infected. Yes, this ELISA is called as COVID Kavach ELISA for the detection of IgG COVID-19 antibodies. It is indigenously prepared. And next important topic of this day, Laos to press ahead with destructive Mekong Dam. So, Mekong River. Laos pressed ahead with plans for another dam on Mekong River. Two dams have already built on this river, Xayaburi and Don Sahong. Yes, Laos want to construct 7 more as it strives to live up to its billing as a battery of Asia. So, Mekong River is flowing in Laos. So coming to the other important articles. So this article is important for the geography point of view. So no space violation at the Pangang So. Yes, Pangang So Lake in the eastern Ladakh and Nakula Pass is in Sikkim. So these two are important from this article. So Pangong So Lake in eastern Ladakh. So Pangong So Lake is in the Union Territory of Ladakh and Nakula is a pass in Sikkim. Nakula is in Sikkim and Pangong So is in Ladakh. And coming to the next important article. So this is this is related to some ongoing shadowing of the, I mean, defense think tank renamed unilaterally. Government did not follow due process while changing the name of IDSC. Yes, the Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis. The Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis. It is IDSA. It was renamed as Manohar Parrikar Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis, MPIDSA. So, yes, it was renamed recently. IDSC is a registered society, so changing the name of the institute should have affected only after taking the executive council into confidence. Yes, and the the such decision making affects the established identity of the institute and casts shadow on its autonomy. Yes, Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis. The defense institutions should not be named after the politicians. Yes, so there is an ongoing debate on naming Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis after late uh, Manohar Parrikar. Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar. Yes, IDSC was set up in 1965, evolved to become the most famous think tank of the strategic affairs community of India. And this is all about this article. And thank you. This is all about the Hindu analysis. And in the next coming video, we would analyze the editorials. Thank you.